Morning guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Josh and welcome to the first video on this channel of this kind. We're going to have a look at the Shelby GT500 that we've just sold. Now this wasn't around very long, as you can imagine, because it is a genuine import 2011 Shelby GT500 with 5.4 litre supercharged V8 producing 550 bhp. Now I'm going to go on a quick drive with it, but first of all I just wanted to talk about kind of the design of it. It's got 19-inch fronts and 20-inch rear wheels, titanium grey that just look lovely. It's got the SVT package, which has a host of things, load springs, air filter. It produces slightly more horsepower than the original. We've even got the original American Ford receipt, which is just an amazing thing to look at. I'll show you now. These stripes over the middle are usually thicker, but these were an optional extra to be slightly thinner, which just sets this one apart. A lot of people like your classic Mustangs, I completely understand that, but out of the chunky ones of this period, this is a really good looking example. You've even got the Cobra markings all round that really just remind you that it is a Shelby, not a Mustang. I wouldn't have said that to somebody on the phone. I was like, oh yeah, it's based on a Ford Mustang. They're like, no, it's a Shelby, which is fair enough. It does have Brembo brakes, it has SVT written all over it, huge SVT air filter, big blue engine, even has an adaptable rear spoiler. So I'm going to take this thing for a drive. It's very unlikely that we'll find another one like this ever. I don't know how many of these were imported to the UK, but ones in this condition, I think you're going to be struggling because probably most have been wrapped around a tree. It is the cliche to say that Mustang owners don't know how to drive, but yeah, let's see how it drives. So this has 510 foot-pounds of torque. So yeah, it's pretty leery. Bloody hell. Wow, yeah, anything above quarter throttle in first and second, you're leaving a huge pile of rubber behind. Okay, I didn't expect that to be that enjoyable, and it's very immediate as well, the power is. It's got a supercharger, but that is responsive. Drop down into second, just go around this corner, take it easy, and here we go. Oh my God. Wow, the only thing I can compare this to in terms of kind of grip at the rear end and that V8 power is your big muscly Mercedes, particularly when traction control is turned off or dynamic is on. There is a traction control button down there, but I'm not going to touch it because I'll be honest, and I don't often say this car scares me a little. You see enough videos on the interweb of Mustangs leaving car meets and binning it. Someone wraps it around a tree or a signpost or a curb, and you think, what a bloody rubbish driver. But unless you've driven one of these, maybe hold judgment, because this is a car that could be easily wrapped around a tree. That being said, it doesn't feel lumbersome. It doesn't feel like an overzealous lump of power in a car that can't handle it. It does feel somewhat refined. But then you look at the badge, this is a Shelby. This has racing pedigree. You don't win Le Mans without knowing how to build a race car. And the more you drive it, the more you can feel it. Yes, you can throw the back end out for a laugh. Yes, you can leave 11s wherever you leave from, but it has that feel to it. It feels like a race car. You feel almost like you're in your own little cockpit on this side of the car. Now, I'm not going to be able to because I don't actually have access to a track, but it feels like with enough space, this would be beautiful to place around a corner. I mean, place, I imagine it would be kind of catching the rear end. Wow, this has made me smile more than anything I've driven, which for car people, I guess, is one of the most important metrics. How much a car makes you smile. Oh my God, this is a lot of fun. It does feel like, if I put any sort of power on while in any sort of steering lock position, the back end's going. Now this does come with the SVT package, which includes springs, so the steering feels direct and it feels flat through the corners, which is impressive because it's a massive car, so you'd expect a bit of body roll, but this package does really make a difference. Oh, there's a tunnel here. Let's open the window. Wait a second. You're not going to think about comfort. Oh my life! When you have a soundtrack like that. I want to hear this. Here we go. That short shift gearbox is incredible, I love it. And to be fair, it goes beyond being just a big muscle car inside as well. It has things you would expect from a highly spec car from 2011. It has a touchscreen from Microsoft, it has a multifunction steering wheel, it has electric seats, it has big seats, presumably made for big Americans. It has Bluetooth, sat-nav, it even has ambient lighting. This is definitely more refined than us Europeans would give it credit for. With a soundtrack like that, we should perhaps stop being so snobby about American cars, because this is why. If you're a car purist and you overlook this just because of some nonsensical perception that American cars are rubbish, you might want to think again. I should say as well, unlike some cars, it's not actually a very difficult car to use on a day-to-day. You think of cars, how many cars have 500 horsepower and have big comfortable seats and a manual gearbox that's quite easy to use and a nice feeling clutch and direct steering? There's not that many. There really isn't. Well, that's something. I don't have much experience with American cars, but if they're all like that, then wow. That is unlike anything else I've ever driven. The power, the size, the comfort. There's not too many cars that you can get around the kind of 30, 40k mark with that performance and that spec as well. I didn't expect there to be everything there is in the car. You kind of think Americans, you think, well, they just put a big engine in it, they don't really think about anything else. In this case, that couldn't be further from the truth. But this is going tomorrow, so if you are interested, unfortunately you have missed your chance with this one. You can see it on our website in the previously sold section if you want to torture yourself and look at all the spec and all the optional extras. But yeah, what a machine. Right, not sure which one we're going to do next. We've got quite a lot of cars on site, so we'll leave it there and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.